Local 4's Staying Alive Hands-Only CPR Event Day continues right now.
Yes, our goal is to educate everyone on the importance of learning the technique, as you never know when you might be in a situation where you need to help a family member or a stranger for that matter. Nick Bonicelli joins us now live because it's never too young to learn this skill. He's at Chippewa Valley High School with the students that just had their first class. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, and they're actually going through it again because you can never learn too much. And Everett had a play on words there, Staying Alive. We'll talk about that in just a second. I want to introduce you to Luke Bowen, who is with the Macomb County Medical Control Authority. Did I get that right?
You did.
I'm amazed that I got that right. So your agency kind of oversees all EMS services in the county,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So we're talking about hands-only CPR. What are they learning right now, and how can we do it at home? Explain to us how the best way to do it.
So the best way to do it is first just simply identify if a victim has no signs of life. If they're not responsive, if they're not breathing, we want to begin CPR. We also want to initiate that chain of survival. Call 911. If you're at home, there's going to be no AED defibrillator, but if you're out in the public, ask if there's an AED available. So they're showing how to shake and shout to confirm the victim has no signs of life.
Okay.
Then they're moving directly into chest compressions,
Okay.
finding that landmark, proper body mechanics to provide those good deep compressions.
How do you find that landmark? What do you look
So
for?
essentially the middle of the sternum, the breastbone.
Okay.
Kind of between the breast, right in the middle of the sternum, the breastbone.
Gotcha. And then I heard that the compression is it 2 inches deep?
2 to 2.5 inches deep. So
Okay.
it's pretty deep. It takes a lot.
You're going to be cracking ribs, potentially.
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I'm going to have Evrod singing here in a few moments, but there is a song that you're supposed to know for proper rhythm, right?
Right. So the one that's historical is Staying Alive, right? So that's at about 100, 110 beats per minute.
Okay.
And we want to be a little above 100 beats per minute, 100
Okay.
compressions per minute.
Gotcha.
So if you know that song, Staying Alive, that's that rate of a little more than 100 per minute. There's
Okay.
other songs. You can go on the internet and find dozens of songs. Search CPR songs.
There's a whole playlist.
There's right. Some maybe a little more modern than Staying Alive.
Now, see, this is what I don't understand. The CPR that I learned when I was a kid was the compressions and then the mouth breathing. So
Right.
why is just the compression enough right now?
Because we learned that moving the blood around is as important as anything, is more important than anything else. And the barriers are a concern, right? You don't know if the victim has a health problem, a disease.
COVID.
So, COVID, exactly. So science tells us that just doing compressions is enough to get that blood flowing. There's probably some residual oxygen in the blood anyway if somebody has just had their emergency. So let's get it moving and let's not put ourselves at risk by doing actual mouth-to-mouth.
Gotcha. So as the kids keep learning behind me here, we talked earlier about the timing here, and that if somebody goes down, I guess you could say, how important is it to begin these compressions almost instantly?
As soon as you verify that they are not responsive, do that tap on the shoulder, shake and shout. If they're not responsive, immediately begin CPR. If it's not cardiac arrest, and they aren't, they'll let you know. They will moan, they'll groan, then you can stop.
And
But
how long do we do these compressions for? Until you show up?
until EMS arrives or you're physically just unable to do it anymore.
Okay.
If it's 4 or 5 minutes, you might have to take a very brief pause, grab a friend, right? Teach them how to do CPR right in that emergency.
Right, right. And this, and not to be cliche, but this does save lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, Luke, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So as our photographer Mike is showing off the kids here at Chippewa Valley High School and the trainers from MedStar. Hi, how are you? You're doing a great job. So the kids all learning right now, and these are actually, Evrod and Rhonda, students that are in medical classes right now. Some are level 1, some are level 2. So some are getting like training that they're going to be using in their careers a little bit later on. It is stuff that I know, and we talked about this earlier, it's simple, but it does save lives. Just staying alive. I love the fact that the song is Staying Alive to try to keep somebody alive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing. He mentioned that you can Google CPR songs, which I did in case Staying Alive might be a little vintage for you. But you could do Stronger by Britney Spears, Set Fire to the Rain, Wanna Be by the Spice Girls, or Everybody by the Backstreet Boys. So
Did you say
whatever
Wanna Be
works.
by the Spice Girls? Is that what you said?
I did. You know all the words now.